Numbers don't matter. Someone who isn't doing them.
Welcome, Music Over Matter. Today we are ranking Drake's discography while reading his new book thing.
Titles Ruin Everything by Aubrey Graham. So I bought this book for like $30 and Drake is kind of wasting pages on here.
He just printed a bunch of white pages.
And he killed multiple trees.
He's literally killing the Amazon. Cancel Drake. All right, anyways, we're going to be ranking his discography today. A bunch of Drake haters, being me and him.
Number one.
Not number one. Actually, the opposite of number one. The worst Drake album. Honestly, never mind.
On release, I remember we were sitting in our rooms listening to it, and I just hear you in the other room. Yo, this is trash.
True story.
Yeah, this is not that good. Some people enjoy it. Some people like the dance,
Okay, my argument to that is if you like it, go listen to actual dance music. I don't mind EDM, dance, whatever, house, whatever. Yeah. But Drake did it dog shit, okay? What's one thing you think people are pretending to like? Yeah, honestly, never mind. It's dog shit, okay? Yeah. That being said, we're still going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Drake can sing better than that. He doesn't even care.
I want a match made in heaven, not a match made in Weston.
Very insightful. Thanks, Drake. Coming in at number 12, we have Thank Me Later.
Yeah, this is one of Drake's earlier projects, and as I listen to it more, I just don't like the sound at all.
That's the thing. It's like, that sound is really outdated.
Uh-huh.
It has a few nice tracks, Over and Find Your Love.
Yeah, Find Your Love.
But every Drake album has iconic tracks. That's why he's Drake.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot more forgettable on Thank Me Later than any other Drake album.
And he sounds a lot like Wayne. He sounds more like Wayne than So Far Gone.
Yeah, and we don't like that. We want people to be their own artist, not just following their inspiration or their
label manager.
Yeah.
Now that I didn't know last year,
who the fuck are y'all? It's so funny.
Kanye did it better at Larry Hoover. She suffers from main character syndrome. If you ask me, I told her I'm going crazy. She said, without me?
By the way, obviously, we are making this video before his new album comes out. Coming in at number 11, we have Scorpion. Yes, it has bangers. Just because an album has bangers does not mean it's good.
Very high highs.
It is an hour and 30 minutes.
How many tracks?
25. Stop acting like albums with bloat just because they have some good tracks are good. No, there's a bunch of garbage. If we're talking albums, you have to take in the whole thing.
But you got some amazing tracks on here. Survival, Nonstop, God's Plan, Nice for What?
Mob Ties.
Feelings.
But then you have Ratchet Happy Birthday, okay? Mm-hmm. You cannot tell me an album with Ratchet Happy Birthday on it is good. That song is horrid.
And you also have all these songs I forget what it sounds like because the album's too long.
Look, I just flipped the switch. Flip. I don't know nobody else is doing this.
That's the most Take Heath beat ever.
What's the difference between going through your phone and going through hell? I can't really tell. That's an actual good one.
That's a kind of a bar. All right, coming in at number 10, we have Certified Lover Boy.
Mega release from Drake. One of his biggest releases. Another one just like Scorpion. It's bloated, but not as bloated. And you got some good tracks on there.
I mean, actually, Certified Lover Boy and Scorpion are way closer than I thought. Certified Lover Boy's 21 tracks.
Oh, yeah.
An hour 26. It's only 4 minutes less. If we're shitting on Scorpion for being bloated, Certified Lover Boy as well. And okay. I would agree.
A lot of the songs have grown on me, though.
I agree.
I mean, some good tracks. You got Champagne Poetry on here. Fair Trade. I don't like Way Too Sexy, but you do.
Well, yeah, I don't really like it. Okay. It's just kind of a banger. Okay. It's not like I'm like, I love Way Too Sexy.
Okay, true. TSU is really good. In Too Deep. That's a one that grew on me a lot.
Yep. In Too Deep's my favorite track.
Okay. We also have I Miss You Too with Kid Cudi, which grew on me a lot.
And Knife Talk. Track. Yeah, my issue with Certified Lover Boy is a lot of the tracks are just kind of boring and mid-Drake. Like, we like those tracks we just mentioned, but they're not top Drake. Oh, and the album cover.
The album cover grew on me.
Yeah, that's the highlight of the album right there. Is that transition.
Drake just does that amazingly.
Oh.
Like the very vibey.
If you're enjoying the discography ranking so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button for us, and let's get to the next page of Drake's consciousness.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Someone who could never be me, let alone do what I do.
Alright, I fuck with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 9, we have Views. I don't know if this is a hot take. I feel like people love Views, and honestly fair.
Drake got some long ass albums. Like Views is another one where maybe half the songs I can't even remember.
Yeah.
And the other half are pop songs that I don't really like, but there's some very good highlights on it too, of course.
Keep the Family Close, Feel No Ways, Controlla. This is where we get into like some of the pop and dance stuff that it's but
it's not what we like from Drake.
One Dance. I hate One Dance. I actually despise that song. I don't mind Hotline Bling. Hotline Bling is pretty funny to me.
Yeah. I kind of
really
like
catchy. One Dance, not good.
No.
Too good. It's like that's super pop. It's kind of good. It's decent. Views, it's not good Drake. Mm-hmm. It's not top Drake to us.
Amazing album cover though.
Oh yeah. Phenomenal album cover. Dog shit.
The stuff you be saying on those apps say a lot. If I didn't know how to keep my comments to myself, I'd be commenting, shut the fuck up.
Coming in at number 8 is a playlist, More Life.
More Life has a certain vibe to it that I really like.
Yeah, I agree.
It fills a narrative music-wise.
You know, you got Free Smoke, which is one of Drake's best intros. Passion Fruit. A song that I'll always like, because, I don't know, is Portland.
Yeah.
With Travis Scott and Quavo. I don't know why I like that song so much.
Like, I haven't heard it in a while, and
there's something about that track that's just phenomenal. Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
Might be Drake's best outro. Fire outro. Overall, like you said, I like the sound of More Life. I don't know, kind of like the laid-back nature of it, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. My side girl got a 5S with the screen cracked.
Like, that's so iconic.
Yeah, and that beat is one of the catchiest ever, probably.
Yeah. 7 months later, you're asking me what's up. Oh, not much. Just keeping my I told you so tucked.
Coming in at number 7, So Far Gone.
Another one where I just love the sound. I love the rawness of Drake. His singing and rapping sounds hungry on it, which I really like that always from newer artists when they come up.
I like the hungry regardless, and we'll get to that later because a bunch of the albums. At the top here, Drake sounds like he actually wants to make music. I do like So Far Gone. The sound is slightly outdated. It sounds old, but you can't hold that against it really because it's old.
Yeah.
Even if something sounds old, being hungry or like sounding like you care about the music you're making overrides that.
Yeah, always.
So that makes music timeless.
This is the point in Drake albums where I actually start enjoying them like thoroughly.
Yes, yeah. So the first half of this list here, I rarely go back to if listened to at all. So Far Gone, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, Successful, Best I Ever Had.
Say What's Real.
Yep.
Having the Say You Will beat, just rapping over a Kanye beat is so hard.
Bro, talking bullshit as if it was for you to know, and I don't have a heart.
And he got some bars on here.
Yeah, that song's fire.
Yeah.
That song's actual fire.
Nonetheless, I wish you the second best.
All right, moving on. Coming in at number 6, we have What a Time to Be Alive. By the way, we're ranking What a Time to Be Alive and Her Loss.
Mm-hmm. Future and Drake, they don't miss on tracks. And it's the same for their collab.
Digital Dash, Diamonds Dancing, Scholarships, Jumpman. My issue with What a Time to Be Alive and why it's here is I just don't enjoy it as much as the other ones, but also What a Time to Be Alive actually starting to sound outdated a little bit. Both Future and Drake have progressed in their careers so much musically. Mm-hmm. Past this point, these tracks are kind of becoming obsolete almost.
Yeah. Jumpman, them boys up to something. They just smell like.
And of course, it's Future, so the beats are insane on What a Time to Be Alive.
I told you that you have no business getting flown out if you can't at least fly business. But you don't ever listen.
You got scammed on writing this book.
It was worth it.
Coming in at number 5, Dark Lane demo tapes. I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure how people enjoy the album now.
Regardless, we don't care. And neither should you.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite Drake projects that have come out in the past couple years. I love the sound of it, how it's sort of lo-fi-ish. It's not fully, some of the songs are weirdly mixed or they just sound kind of thin, but I kind of like that, especially when Drake is on some songs has that raw, hungry feel to it.
I like the Drake that's rapping and also that's a little bit darker and on dark production. You got Deep Pockets, Chicago freestyle, even though Eminem did it better. The only real miss on here is Tootsie Slide. That song fucking blows.
I think it's one of his better dance tracks though.
Maybe.
I kind of like how...
That's like comparing Fire to Dumpster Fire. Okay. Time Flies, Pain 1993, Demons.
Yeah.
And War. Oh man, Demons and War. What a
I love
phenomenal ending.
Yeah.
Woyoy.
Woyoy lives rent-free in my head.
Yeah.
Actually rent-free.
Every time we hear the word war, woyoy.
Not only that, but I think it plays in my head at least one time a day. Woyoy. Just out of nowhere.
You were in my dream last night. They call that a nightmare, right? So basic.
Coming in at number 4, we have Her Loss.
Yeah, Drake's latest release at the moment, the 21 Savage feature project.
Yep.
When this dropped, I was like, okay, this is fire. Which is the first time I heard a Drake album, and I'm like, oh, I like this right off the bat.
Out of his newer stuff.
Out of his newer stuff, sorry.
Yeah. First time I heard, I was like, yeah, this is a top Drake album. He's hungry. Sounds like he wants to be there.
He raps.
And he goes hard. He has good hooks. Savage does his thing. Overall, phenomenal project.
Yeah, you don't even have to read all the names of the songs because almost every single one.
Every single song is phenomenal. Here's what makes Her Loss so good. There are actual top tier Drake songs in here. Middle of the Ocean, top tier Drake.
Broke Boys.
On BS.
I'm here for the moral support. Whipping the vest ball for 6 tequilas.
Yeah, I love the beat switch on there. How it's like, it's not like really a beat switch. It's like a B-side to a song almost.
It's so good.
Partner Up is greater than Settle Down.
But like, what? That's probably 25 characters on that page and then printed it. The fuck?
The page actually has nothing on it.
Coming in at number 3, so now we're getting to the big boys. I think everyone pretty much is the same top 3.
I feel like Her Loss, as time goes on, feel like can actually break the top 3. Maybe.
Nothing Was the Same though is number 3. When it gets to the top 3 here, they're all phenomenal. It just really comes down to which one you like more.
And the sound.
Yeah, and which one like you have memories with. One of the most iconic album covers of all time. Tuscan Leather, Drake's best intro.
Yeah, one of the greatest intros ever.
Oh yeah, Furthest Thing. Started from the bottom. Wu-Tang Forever. Pound Cake. Like, are we kidding? Nothing Was the Same.
Pound
Is just
Cake is
phenomenal.
probably my favorite Drake song. So.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for me. Also, it's just the sound of Nothing Was the Same. Like, you can hear it in Nothing Was the Same that Drake evolved. If you're listening through to his discography, like, you know, in order, you hear him evolve from Take Care to Nothing Was the Same in, like, a really good way. Obviously, we haven't even mentioned Take Care yet, but it's like he evolved a specific way.
Cake.
I'm just getting started. Oh, yeah, we got it, bitch.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, the beat, one of the best hip-hop beats ever.
Yeah. My talents include a pen. Your talents include a bed. We're both skilled nonetheless.
What about those ghostwriters? Speaking of ghostwriters, coming at number 2 is Take Care. I wonder why Take Care is so good. Oh yeah, because it was the Weeknd. Anyways.
Take Care, the Weeknd collab. Amazing sound to this album. All around, amazing project.
If I were to pick a sound that I like from Drake, it's Take Care. Again, it's because Drake is so raw in it. He picked a concept to stick to. It's not just a bunch of pop crap.
And even though this is the next album over, it doesn't sound old. Then like Thank Me Later.
We got Over My Dead Body, Headlines, Crew Love, Take Care, Marvin's Room, The Ride, The Motto.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just looking at this makes me want to listen to it again. Oh. Ugh.
It's always some unemployed hoe trying to work my nerves.
Hey, speaking fast.
That was the best one.
That was the best one. That was okay. Coming in at number 1. If you're reading this, it's too late.
This is the Drake album that I can speak the most on. I feel like because this is in constant rotation more than any other Drake album. He sounds so hungry on here. Every song is good. energy, know yourself.
Legend, Six God, Preach. I feel like Preach is the most forgettable one, and it's still good.
Yeah, and Preach.
Wednesday Night Interlude.
Yeah, Party Next Door goes stupid. Even though it's just Party Next Door.
Yeah, it's just
I
phenomenal.
love that song so much.
Now and Forever, 6 p.m. in New York. Unreal. I already mentioned this in a video, but just for this one, shout out to you if you remember everyone having this as their BO2 logo or emblem. This is where it comes in. Like, you have to pick the Drake you really like. I like the Drake that is rapping. That's why I like Her Loss so much.
Yeah.
That's why I like If You're Reading This Is Too Late so much. When Drake wants to rap, he can do it. I think Drake is versatile and he deserves to be the top artist in the world. Or one of the top, I guess. He fluctuates. But when you're listening to it, you know, you're like, oh, this is top Drake.
Yeah.
Like, you can hear it. It's there.
I was running through the 6 with my woes. You know how that shit go.
That's a classic.
Absolute classic.
One more page.
Yeah, let's send it off with another
All
page.
right, one more page. Beautiful weddings, not so great marriages.
Also speaking facts. Okay, he kind of went for two at the end there.
Yeah.
All right, let us know in the comments your ranking for Drake albums. Don't get too pissy at ours. This is just our opinion, of course, and we're happy to hear yours. And we'll see you in the next video.